Let's welcome back in Tyler Sullivan here. AFC position battles, and we are landing in the AFC West. Now, let's start with the Chiefs. Look, I went through all of that with their wide receivers here. Specifically, what are you looking for in this position battle?
Yeah, it's really the pecking order. Like, how is this going to go down? Who is going to be Patrick Mahomes' go-to target with all of these new weapons? I mean, there is 159 targets on the table that Tyreek Hill left as he head down to Miami in that trade with the Dolphins. And how are those going to get divvied up? You know, obviously Travis Kelce could be factored into this, but clearly we need to see what kind of wide receivers are going to establish themselves. And you can make the case really for either one of them. I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster has probably the most experience, has a 1,000-yard season under his belt with the Pittsburgh Steelers a few years ago. He's trying to reestablish himself as a clear-cut #1 wide receiver in the NFL after being limited to 5 games last year due to a shoulder injury. He's trying to come back healthy and earn a big money deal now that he's on a 1-year contract with the Chiefs. Mecole Hardman is someone who has the experience of actually playing with Patrick Mahomes, so that possibly gives him an inside track at how things look in the Chiefs offense, maybe helps him over the course of the summer and training camp and maybe early on in the season, because he's, Mahomes probably looking at somebody that he actually knows that he's throwing to, so possibly that helps him. You look at Marquez ValdesScantling, he's somebody that I think is going to adopt the deep routes that Tyreek Hill left. Obviously, he's the type of burner that could help stretch the field, something very similar that Tyreek Hill did. So there is that aspect that I think he could adopt, but let's see what kind of route tree develops for him beyond just running as fast as he can down the field and letting Patrick Mahomes uncork it 45, 50 yards down the field. And then you look at Sky Moore, and we've seen over the course of the past few years here, second-round picks can make immediate impacts. I mean, you look at the guys that are in the NFL right now: DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, Deebo Samuel. All of those guys were second-round picks making almost immediate impacts to their teams in year one. Again, it'll be tough to do so when you have an experienced and crowded wide receiver room that the Chiefs have right now. But if he starts to establish himself early on and he's impressing, that's somebody that the Chiefs, again, invested heavily in the second round. Very high value pick there. He's somebody that you got to keep an eye on, not only for like fantasy, but for dynasty leagues and all of that stuff as well. But this is a very competitive division here where these offenses are completely revamped. You're going to need all the help you can get. And if you can get a rookie to have an impact in day one, that's going to be huge for Kansas City.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.